Sirens blare night after night in a black community, where children, just like you and me, are being held down by the white men in power. Sirens of police officers beating these black children in their own streets, just to keep them in the hoods where they were raised, forcing them out of the so-called American dream that Americans have praised. Sirens and screams of black bodies being destroyed by the ones who are supposed to protect them, pushing them and their families back into the cycle of darkness because the American dream is not something that society says they are allowed to possess. America has created this facade of an American dream that they claim anyone can achieve. They cling to the ideals that are laid out in the Declaration of Independence as a gift all will have the equal opportunity to receive. The claim that all men are created equal, but that's not the case for those who the white man has identified as lethal. For centuries, the white man has taken the power to condemn those they see fit and control what they think needs to be civilized. This privilege that they have acquired, however, only seems to work on the marginalized. White privilege is given at the expense of POC rights. One receives while the other gets taken from and expected to not put up a fight. That's because the opportunities they claim are equal don't apply when they think you look illegal. A poor white man can come from nothing, work hard, and achieve his American dream effortlessly, while a person of color can come from the same background and work just as hard, but not get a penny so generously. These poor black children suffer from lower rates of social mobility, which causes them to be more likely to be held captive by poverty, forced at the bottom by the monster that is minimum wage income, terrorizing them to withhold a cycle that will continue to rerun, held down by an education and skill set that only gets them so far, like working in factories instead of going to college and passing the bar. But there is forever a cycle that has yet to be broken, like a clock ticking aimlessly forever in a sequence that remains unspoken. However, sometimes the clock is shattered by a young person whose life and talents they have mastered, an individual with drive and determination to abandon this pattern, where they would have been stuck if it wasn't for their stature. However, taking the path to new beginnings isn't a perfectly paved road to success, and in some cases can cause them to be ostracized and shunned out by the rest, painted as a bad guy for going out on their own and doing something different than those have never known, walking alone on a path that they've never been on before, like a lone wolf separated from their pack to follow a new path that they will soon explore. In recent years, after recent events, some people in power have become a helping hand to these lone wolves, helping them on their journey for equal opportunities and achieving an American dream. These people have donated billions and have become useful assets to this team. Created a plan to make it easier for people from certain backgrounds to gain equal economic opportunities so that they can get out of the poverty cycle that eats away at their communities, allowing these people to reconnect to society and accomplish their American dream without so much anxiety, granting these kids a promising start, allowing them into a dream where they are now permitted to take a part.